Out of all the projects we've worked on, this is probably one of my favorite locations. It is a unique little paradise hidden in a gully in sort of an unlikely spot. It was really nice to be a part of something that really changed how this entire place could operate.
I love that it is truly a traditional resident camp setting. We're completely off the grid. We generate our own water, we generate our own power. In the past, when we bought the property, everything operated off of diesel-generated power.
They went from having to rely on diesel generators that were noisy, high maintenance, expensive to maintain, to they're powered up right now. You can't hear it in the background, it's silent. They just run 24/7. It's greatly changed how the entire camp can operate, the things that they can do. And a system sized in a way that allows them the ability to expand. Not the solar system, but their operations can now expand. The system was designed with that expansion in mind.
What we realized was we needed to be able to operate 24/7.
This is a project that Dan and I enjoy doing, kind of remote, off-grid, very unique, and got together with Margaret and maintenance man Dan, and ended up doing a site visit and going over what their vision was and really tried to integrate what we wanted to do with them, and it created a great partnership for us to come up and actually complete the project.
They actually got it where the lights turn on now, and so that's been great. That's been a huge addition as we convert it over into solar. People that come with their kids and do projects, and they just keep coming, and they keep coming, and then their kids come. And so we have a long history of people that have spent their lifetime trying to improve the area and introduce kids to nature.
It has really revolutionized how we are able to run camp in the summertime.
This is the old power plant for the camp, and they have 3 prime mover style diesel generators in here that at any given time, usually one of them would work. Maintenance was like a real issue for them. But now these just serve as like a backup duty, which since we've installed that solar system, they've not even had to do.
When we began this project, I think we learned a lot about what we didn't know and the goals that we really wanted to achieve. Because of the position that we were in, we had a limited amount of money, or not an unlimited amount. I think that's the better way to say it. Through the process, I know that working with both Denise and Dan and NAZ Solar, we realized that it was parts coming together to be able to create that vision.
We all spent a number of months finding the right equipment that would fit their budget in a manner that was acceptable to the funding. Basically, NAZ and the customer and us as the contractor were all able to take the time to work together to make this project happen. Well, up on the roof above us here are the 90, they're JA Solar 545 commercial panels, and that's what powers the whole camp. They're all on Tamarack roof mounts that we had engineered to deal with the snow load and the structure that they had existing. The solar system here is comprised of 3 Sol-Ark 15K inverters, and we're tied to 30 Pites V5 batteries, and our solar power is provided by about 50,000 watts of JA Solar panels that are up on the roof of the structure. The generator, should it need to run, has a generator combiner panel that takes the 1 generator input, splits it into 3 inputs, and then sends it to each inverter. We basically take the 3 inverter outputs, which you can see here is inverter 1, 2, 3. It goes into a single output and then feeds that out to the main electrical distribution, which the next point that it hits is this right here. This is our bypass switch. The function of the bypass switch is when it's normally on, the inverters and the generators can interact with each other autonomously. But should you have the need to service the inverter system, you can turn the switch all the way down and run strictly on generator power. And that's a nice feature to have for serviceability, or if you should want to expand but you need to keep everything running, you can turn this off, run on generator only while you do work on the inverter system.
What has changed since we got the solar, besides the volume of noise, the pollution from the exhaust, is they have gone and done an excellent job of relabeling everything. And so everything's becoming more user-friendly for emergencies and such. Everything, you can shut things off, you can isolate things. That's been a huge asset as far as safety and functionality of camp, and that's been really nice.
We might seem a little rustic, but we are certainly not primitive. Being able to connect that equipment into an existing electrical system to really power a camp that is almost 75 years old.